So in this video, I'm going to tell you guys why I think motivation is bullshit. But first, let me backtrack. My name is Mac. I'm a rapper. I'm an artist. And I'm just sharing my journey on YouTube, posting short form content consistently, really just trying to grow myself as a brand and as an artist. Just for a little context, I do these Q&As on Instagram and I make them into videos and people ask me questions. I want to be as transparent as I can with everybody. And a lot of times people ask me how I stay consistent or how I stay motivated. And every single time I'm like, why do you even assume that I want to do this shit? Always trying to be a better me, whether that be creatively, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I'm always trying to elevate and trying to grow because in return, I will be a better artist. So I do all of these things by working out, trying to stay healthy, just being aware of what I consume, how much I consume. I read the self-help books, I work out, I try to just be better in every single way that I possibly can. But that to me is the easy part. My passion is in the process of making music. In that creative process, that's where I feel the most free. That's where I feel like unstoppable, untouchable. Like that is the passion. The passion is in the process of creating. So this is how I want to spend my life. I want to do all of these things and I want to make a living doing it. But in order to do that, I have to be realistic and I have to make a doable plan. The music business is a little bit complicated because you can only get so far off of talent. These days, people grow real fan bases just using social media alone. So I use that as my biggest tool. Dropping vlogs like this. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Dropping short form content, posting every single fucking day on social media platforms to ultimately grow my fan base. So being a content creator while being an artist and making music, dropping it, making cover art, doing music videos, buying beats, investing in better equipment, filming, editing, doing all that shit consistently, all because I want to share my music with the world. So when people ask me about motivation or what keeps me motivated to stay consistent, the realest fucking answer that I can give you is that there is none. There is no motivation. I do not want to do this shit. If I'm being honest, all I want to do is rap. That's it. It's very easy to get discouraged whenever you're a content creator or an artist because you can spend 3 hours making a video, editing it, really putting time and effort into it, and then it'll fuck around and get 10 views. And the whole time you're trying to stay true to who you are, trying to fight a whole ass algorithm, not pay attention to negativity. It could definitely be a lot for real. So if I'm being 100% honest, I never wanted to make content. I never wanted to do any of this shit. I really just want to make music. Like I would want to spend my days and my nights just making music. So let's be for real. If I'm only a rapper and I don't try to grow this as an actual business or I don't try to brand myself as an artist, am I really gonna get that far? Probably not. Maybe if you're an industry plant or your uncle works at the label or some shit like that, I don't know. You could probably get on a little bit faster, but I don't have that. So what else do I have? You feel me? And that is why I always say, come a little closer so you can hear me better. I always say you can be a better rapper than me, but you will not outwork me, period. So what is that called, chat? That's called discipline. I actually made a video on the 9 books that changed my life. I'll link it right here. And in this book, The 5 a.m. Club, it says discipline is knowing that you don't want to do something, but you do it anyway. So I looked at myself for what I am. An artist. So if I have the ability to create music, how can I translate that into content? So I just asked myself, I know what I want my music to sound like, but what do I want it to look like? And you make that into a 15 to a 45-second video, you got short form content. I can only speak from my perspective and I make music, so that to me is the easy part, it's the fun part. So if I'm making the music, I already have the product. All I have to do is figure out how to sell it. But I don't want to just sell it to anybody. I want to sell it in a real way. I want people to actually listen. I want people to actually learn something, or I want them to actually fuck with it and not just, you know, buy it because I got a viral moment or some shit like that. So I got over the fear of being on camera. I got over the fear of other people's opinions, what people were gonna think, what people that I knew were gonna think. I got over the embarrassment of recording content in public, which can be awkward as fuck because they will stare at you. I got over all of those things because I want to share my music. How can I share it if I'm afraid to be on camera? How can I share it if I'm gonna be worried about what people say? How can I share it if trolls in the comments are gonna discourage me? You feel me? Like, you gotta ignore all of that shit and just focus on why you're doing this. And that's exactly what I do. I want to share my music because I feel like that's the talent that God gave me. So if God gave me this vision in my head of who I'm supposed to be, then who the hell am I to argue? You can do the manifesting, you can read the books, you can pray, you can do all the things, right? But at some point, you got to meet God or the universe or whoever it is that you believe in. You have to meet them halfway. And you have to put the work in. And that was something I realized, that nobody was gonna come and record the videos for me. Nobody was gonna come and write the songs for me. Nobody was gonna come and just be like, you know what, I see the potential in you. Here's $1 billion and I'll go crazy. The shit don't work like that. So you just have to put the work in. So I say all that to say that every single day I show up, I fight through the self-doubt, and I do this shit even on the slow days when I feel like I'm making no progress. I'm doing this shit even when I don't want to. So if I sit and I wait for a spark of motivation to come, I'm never gonna get anything done. And I'm doing all of this shit because I believe in my music, I believe in me, I believe in the message that I have. As an artist, I feel my best when I'm making something, when I'm creating something, when I see something in my head and I make it come to life. Like, bro, and the biggest why on why I'm doing this is truthfully because I don't want to do anything else. This is for me. This is all I got. Fuck motivation. The work has got to get done. At some point, you got to look at yourself and just be like, fuck it. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. I don't care who likes it, who doesn't. I'm doing this shit because I like to do it, period. And you do that shit, you have that mindset, you show up every single day, you'll see some return. I've seen some return. I don't feel like I have made it yet, but I know that I'm on the right path. So stop waiting for that little spark of motivation. So if you could take anything from this video, I want you to remember 2 words: consistency and discipline. Both of those together, you could do anything. I really do hope y'all learned something from me and from my journey. And if this helped you in any kind of way, please subscribe, drop a comment. And I also have new music dropping as always. So I really appreciate y'all listening, being here, tuning in, watching the videos. If you'd like to see any short form content, please follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I post daily. Go make your music. Go make your content. You ain't even got to be an artist. Just go do something. Start your business. Apply for the job. This is your sign. Go do it.
Selling my sets, that shit is additional. Just trying to be rich and mind and body. The money is mythical. Seeing all this shit in my head and making it visible. Don't want to be another bad bitch with a fat ass and whack rhymes. That shit is predictable.